The next stop in our never-ending quest for delicious food takes us to one of the most popular Italian restaurants north of Boston, Gaetano's in Stoneham. Gaetano's has been serving classic, no-frills Italian food for 30 years right on Main Street near the corner of Montvale Ave. They're known for their pastas and thin-crust pizzas, and just as important, the portions are very generous and the prices are very reasonable, which is why it's one of the busiest restaurants in the area. So when you take a look around the restaurant, you'll always see a lot of happy faces throughout the dining room and bar. There are about 100 seats, very tall ceilings. The atmosphere is comfortable and casual, but it's nice enough to come here for a date night or a business meeting. The menu is absolutely gigantic, so to help you figure out what to order, let's break it down. Starting out with appetizers, you definitely need to try their shrimp Grand Marnier. I love this dish, and Gaetano's recipe is on point. It starts with fresh jumbo shrimp coated in a light egg batter that gets pan-seared, and then it's flambéed in Grand Marnier, so the orange liqueur brings some citrus and nice depth of flavor, while the shrimp is crispy on the outside and sweet on the inside. Another popular starter is the AntiPasto for 2. At least that's what it's called. Honestly, it looks more like an AntiPasto for 4. Basically, this is a veritable mountain of meat and cheese and veggies. The components can and will change seasonally based on whatever the best stuff is the chef can source, but we're talking salami, mortadella, prosciutto, all the good stuff, along with marinated mushrooms, artichokes, roasted peppers, and that's how you start an Italian feast. Now, if you went back into the kitchen and you asked Chef Esteban for his signature dish, he'd probably cook you this, the lobster ravioli. This is homemade lobster ravioli. The pasta and the filling are made here on site, and these are big ravioli, very filling, packed with a combination of fresh shucked lobster meat and a little ricotta cheese. And to make it even better, they're tossing in some crab meat and a mouth-watering sherry pink sauce. I still think Reno's in East Boston has the best lobster ravioli in Massachusetts, but these are not far behind. Gaetano's really excels when it comes to cooking classic Italian-American dishes, and the pork chops with vinegar peppers is a perfect example. You get 2 thick center-cut pork chops, they're marinated and grilled, and somehow these end up being the juiciest pork chops you will ever taste, and it comes with some tangy vinegar peppers, some extra crispy peddler potatoes, and the sauce is so good you might end up licking the plate. And speaking of dishes you won't be able to stop eating, check out the Broa for 2. This is yet another mammoth plate, really more of a sampler platter of some of Gaetano's most popular dishes. So it comes with chicken parmesan and eggplant parmesan, a big portion of both, and that also comes with chicken marsala, their homemade cheese ravioli, grilled sausage, and to keep things nice and healthy, you get some sauteed spinach as well. Everything on this plate is delicious, and for less than $40, it's one of the best values on the menu. For something a little bit different, I'd recommend the steak tip pasta. This dish has some Greek influence. You have those juicy marinated steak tips, and they're tossed in some sauteed garlic with black olives, tomatoes, red onions, spinach, penne pasta, and chunks of feta cheese, so it's salty and cheesy and yet surprisingly light. Now, I don't know if I'd call Gaetano's pizza light, but the crust is thin and crispy, so we're talking very little floppage. They make their own dough daily, they have tons of toppings, but the one you gotta try is the salsiccia pizza. That has a combination of sliced Italian sausage and hot cherry peppers, and that combination just always works. If you're a lobster lover, you should go to Gaetano's on Wednesdays because they serve a special lobster menu for both lunch and dinner, and especially in the summer, you gotta try the baked stuffed lobster. It's made with sauteed onions, garlic, breadcrumbs, and Ritz crackers, along with smoked Gouda cheese and a double reduction of lobster sauce, and it comes with a bowl of melted butter on the side. For dessert, what else would you expect at a place like this than some traditional Italian tiramisu? An Italian tiramisu means pick me up or cheer me up, and this will definitely put a smile on your face because it's light and creamy. You have those great flavors and aromas from the chocolate and espresso. Perfect way to cap off your meal. And that's how you put together the perfect experience at Gaetano's in Stoneham.